That's it, guys. The regular season is over with. Football is winding down, to say the least, but we still got a bunch of stuff to talk about. My playoff prediction video will be coming later on in the week, and I just found out that Antonio Brown requested a trade. But today I want to talk about everything that went on in this 2018 season. I mean the good, the bad, and the amazing. Because honestly, this has been one hell of a season and potentially one of the greatest regular seasons of all time. So please like, share, and subscribe if you're new. Now let's recap about what happened this NFL season. Cause there's some stuff I'ma mention that might shock you. Drop my intro.
It's killer raps, we got the hottest staff. In 03 I made a dynasty like Robert Kraft.
One word to describe this year's regular season is amazing. A lot of good things happened this year, and I want to talk about it with you guys for a minute. Some things you may know, and some things you may not know. So I apologize ahead of time if I'm all over the place, cause it's just so damn exciting to me, y'all. But as we all know, week 17 is in the books. So with that being said, we now have the draft order for next season. The teams that'll be picking in the top 5 next season are the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Jets, the Raiders, and the Bucks. Now the Bucks stated that they will be moving forward with Winston next season, and the Jets and the Cards drafted a QB last year, so it seems that these top 5 teams don't really need a quarterback. But it's supposed to be a defensive heavy draft, so maybe that'll work out for everybody. But truth be told, that quarterback out of Ohio State ain't no joke, y'all. He definitely should be in this top 5. 8 coaches were fired this season. That's a quarter of the league, y'all. The Jets, Todd Bowles, the Dolphins, Adam Gase, Cleveland's Hugh Jackson, the Broncos, Vance Joseph, the Bucks, Dirk Cotter, the Bengals, Marvin Lewis, the Packers, Mike McCarthy, and the Cards, Steve Wilkes. I believe some of these guys will get another shot, but others probably won't be so fortunate. But the irony is that most of these coaches fired just so happen to be black coaches, and Steve Wilkes only got 1 season to really prove what he can do. But hey, that's the NFL, and it's a business before anything. I mean, Marvin Lewis had 16 unproductive years with the Bengals, so what can you say, right? But it was told that Jacksonville doesn't want to pay Fournette his incentive money due to his behavior on the sideline and his inability to stay healthy. I mean, this has really come to a surprise to me, considering they just drafted this guy 2 seasons ago, and how immensely talented he is as a runner and a receiver. Not many guys of his caliber come around every season, but it seems to me that they're trying to change the culture in Jacksonville, so let the chips fall where they may. Rookie Saquon Barkley was a stud this season for the Giants. He became just the 3rd running back in history to accumulate over 2,000 all-purpose yards, rushing and receiving, that is, and the only running back to do it in his rookie season. Seems to me the Giants were right to take him with the 2nd pick in the draft last year. Carolina running back Christian McCaffrey also had a season for the books this year. The Panthers finally let CMC have complete control of that backfield, and it resulted in him breaking Matt Forte's record for the most receptions by a running back with 107, becoming just the 4th in history to eclipse this mark. He also was the first to do it with 6 or more receiving TDs, so let's be honest. As a running back, CMC had a better year than a lot of these wide receivers out here, y'all. The most important position in the NFL is the quarterback position. It's the hardest to play, and it's the hardest to find, especially when it comes to elite ones, right? They come few and far between. But the quarterback play this season suggests that this is one of the best seasons we've ever witnessed. Patrick Mahomes became just the 3rd quarterback to throw for 50 TDs in a single season, and he's just the 2nd to do it while also passing for over 5,000 yards. He was remarkable this season, and it's just his 1st year as the official starter. Drew Brees broke the all-time passing record, became one of 4 QBs to join the 70,000 club, joined the 500 TD club, and broke his own record for the highest completion percentage in a single season with 74%. Hey, check it out. To put this into perspective, y'all, only one other quarterback completed at least 70% of his passes this season while starting at least 10 games, and that was Kirk Cousins. Hey, shout out to Kirk Cousins, man. He had a low-key solid year. Dak Prescott became the first QB with 30-plus wins while throwing 25 or fewer interceptions in his first 3 seasons. Eagles backup quarterback Nick Foles tied the record with 25 consecutive completions in week 17. A drop by Nelson Aguilar prevented him from breaking the record. I watched that game live. It was sad to see. But also Tom Brady, at the ripe age of 41, became the 4th QB to join the 70,000 club with Breeze, Favre, and Manning. Shout out to those guys, man. I'm telling you, it's been a hell of a season, y'all. But check it out. Let's play a game, y'all. The name of this game is Name This Team. right? This team was first in sacks, second in pass defense, fourth in total offense, and sixth in total defense. Their quarterback led the league in passing yards and had a wide receiver tandem that accumulated 100 plus catches and over 1,200 yards apiece. Oh yeah, one other thing. They missed the playoffs. Well, if you didn't figure it out by now, the answer is the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is arguably the best team of all time not to make the playoffs, y'all. Those team stats are incredible, but maybe that supports the famous cliche that numbers don't tell the full story. Also, Colts kicker and future Hall of Famer Adam Vinatieri became the all-time leading scorer, breaking Morton Anderson's record with 2,600 career points. I mean, it took him to the age of 45 to do it, so I believe it's safe to say that this record will never be broken. Hey, New England was the only team this season to go perfect at home, standing 8-0 in Foxborough. Shout out to them boys in New England. Wide receiver is the position that every kid desires to play. I mean, it's the most glamorous position in the NFL, in my opinion. Lots of great things were done by wide receivers this season, like Antonio Brown becoming the only wideout in history to have 6 straight seasons with 100 plus catches and at least 1,000 yards. I stated earlier that Juju Smith-Schuster and Antonio Brown did something brilliant this season. They became the first tandem in history to both have 100 plus catches and over 1,200 yards on the same squad. But check it out though, another tandem up there in red, Kansas City. Yeah, they became the first to have 2 players that had over 1,300 yards and at least 10 TDs on the same team. Hey, shout out to Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, man. Speaking of Travis Kelce though, he broke the record for most yards by a tight end previously held by Gronk with 1,336 yards. The problem with that is, literally, less than an hour later, tight end George Kittle out of San Fran broke Travis Kelce's brand new record on a 43-yard TD, giving him 1,377 yards on the season. Tough break for Travis Kelce, man. But if you think about it, this does mark the first time in NFL history 2 tight ends went for over 1,300 yards in the same season. Zach Ertz of the Philadelphia Eagles also broke a record this season. He shattered Jason Witten's previous single-season catch record for a tight end with 116 on the year. Also, 3 wide receivers this season hit that 10,000 mark. Antonio Brown, Deshaun Jackson, and Julio Jones. I'm telling y'all, man, what a season for pass catchers this year. Last but not least, I gotta show some love to a couple of defensive guys. Defensive tackle Aaron Donald broke the record for most sacks by a tackle with 20.5 sacks. He was just 2 sacks away from Michael Strahan's record, but he's a defensive tackle, y'all. Let that sink in. I don't care who you name. Nobody has ever done this as a defensive tackle. So it's most likely he'll win Defensive Player of the Year yet again. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Darius Leonard of the Colts. I made a video on Andrew Luck a couple weeks back talking about this guy, man. This rookie led the league in tackles with 163. Let me put that into perspective for y'all. The only rookie to have more tackles than him in a single season was Luke Kuechly with 165. 2 tackles more than Darius Leonard. And we know what type of player Luke Kuechly turned out to be. Darius Leonard will win Defensive Rookie of the Year this year, y'all. But anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you love sports the way that I do. Man, this season was one for the books, man. Definitely one I'll never forget. Let me know down in the comments where you guys think this season ranks all time, man. Did y'all enjoy it? 1 through 17. It's been a hell of a year. Unfortunately, though, we gotta wind it down, man. The playoffs start this weekend, and that's it. Once the playoffs is over with, that's it, y'all. Man, a lot of historical things happen this year, and I'm just glad to have been able to witness it, y'all. But anyways, it's been a doozy, and as always, OG out.